godal or manzanilla olives, your table will be filled with flavor and guests. Serve Europe at your table with olives from Spain. Enjoy, it's from Europe. Welcome to the longest table in the world, a table that unites Europe and India through the flavor of the European olives. A table where tradition, origin and variety are shared, celebrated, savored and enjoyed. Because once you serve Ahi Blanca, Godal or Manzanilla olives, your table will be filled with flavor and guests. Serve Europe at your table with olives from Spain. Enjoy, it's from Europe. Welcome to the longest table in the world, a table that unites Europe and India through the flavor of the European olives. A table where tradition, origin and variety are shared, celebrated, savored and enjoyed. Because once you serve Ahi Blanca, Godal or Manzanilla olives, your table will be filled with flavor and guests. Serve Europe at your table with olives from Spain. Enjoy, it's from Europe. Welcome to the longest table in the world, a table that unites Europe and India through the flavor of the European olives. A table where tradition, origin and variety are shared, celebrated, savored and enjoyed. Because once you serve Ahi Blanca, Godal or Manzanilla olives, your table will be filled with flavor and guests. Serve Europe at your table with olives from Spain. Enjoy, it's from Europe. Welcome to the longest table in the world, a table that unites Europe and India through the flavor of the European olives. A table where tradition, origin and variety are shared, celebrated, savored and enjoyed. Because once you serve Ahi Blanca, Godal or Manzanilla olives, your table will be filled with flavor and guests. Serve Europe at your table with olives from Spain. Enjoy, it's from Europe. Welcome to the longest table in the world, a table that unites Europe.
Versatile olives are, but we'll also see what's the best way to put them to use. And for that, we have with us Master Chef Ajay Chopra. Chef Ajay Chopra is not only a food creator, but also a restaurant consultant. And he is one of the first Indian chefs to host MasterChef India 1 and 2. So we need to put our hands together and welcome Chef Ajay Chopra. He's going to be joining us today and telling us what amazing ways we can use olives from Spain and bring Europe to our table.
Well, thank you so much. And not just olives, first of all, we're going to talk to everyone. Oh my God, everybody's phone is up. It almost reminds me of Kapil Sharma. I mean, hello, everyone. I think आजकल phone सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी हो गया ना, खाना खाने से पहले phone, उठने से पहले phone, है ना? So I think that's become a part of life. Hello, everyone. Good evening, and to all the people who are watching us online, hello, good evening, komasawa, and I think a lot of moms are watching, so we're going to have a lot of fun, and you are missing out on that. So do plan to come to Mumbai next time an event like this happens. So yes, great, I am here for you, and thank you very much for such a lovely introduction. And yeah, so I was chatting with the hotel staff a while back, and I was telling the chef that it's been almost 8 years I quit hotels, and almost feels great to come back to a hotel. Is there some different vibe to it? So here I am today. We're going to obviously cook because और कुछ तो आता नहीं है. I can't create another oven or do some engineering tactics, but I can cook. So this is what I can do, and we obviously going to cook with the olives. But before we start, I think we're going to make this interesting. Any idea what I'm going to make today? Salad. Hummus. How did you guess? You love hummus. Okay. Pizza, no. So there is hummus definitely. No pasta. Olives and hummus, a deadly combination. No, you don't want to die. I always say and correct people where they say that, oh, this dish is to die for. I said, ये एक ही खा के मर जाओगे तो फिर अगली कब खाओगे? You have to eat more, right? So it's a deadly combination, but we'll make it lively. Okay, we'll make it a very lively combination. So yes, there is hummus on the cards. So what we're going to do is, I'm obviously going to use the Hoya Blanca olives, which is pronounced as Hoya Blanca. Okay, it is H-O-J-A. In Spain, the J has gone home. It's silent. So it's Hoya Blanca. And these are the black olives. Then I also have the green olives and the queen olives. So I'm going to make a tart, which is almost going to be like a pizzocchi. Anybody who knows a pizzocchi? What's a pizzocchi? Somebody said pizza. Okay, pizza, cookie, pizzocchi. Just like brownie, cookie, brookie. Okay? These days everything is becoming a combination. So it's pizza and cookie called pizzocchi. So I'm going to make a pizzocchi tart and I'm going to do a black olive hummus. Okay? And then we're going to dress it up with some bocconcini. So overall, it's going to be a mouthful of delightness and very tasty. So खाना तो हम बना ही लेंगे, but कुछ बातें हो जाए. Okay. Let me pick a few people to come and help me also. Who is a baker here? 1, 2, 3. We bake. Okay. What do you bake? What do you bake? Sourdough breads. And do you sell them also? Okay, just for home. So home bakers. And what do you do?
Yeah, everything, probably everything that they bake is tried and tested for our kids.
You married? Have you baked your husband as yet?
Oh, I wish.
How you wish. I mean, everything that can be baked sounds very baking. Okay, so we're going to talk obviously about the olives and where the olives come from. Anybody knows a bit about olives, so we're going to make it more interactive. Okay. From Egypt. Okay, lots of varieties. Mediterranean part. Okay. It's very healthy, very good. It is a fruit for sure. What else? Any more attributes of olives? What's your first memory of olive? I think either I am too old or you are too young, or I don't know, there is some disconnect. My first memory of olive is James Bond movie, Shaken Not Stirred, in a martini. Yeah. So that's my first memory of an olive. As a child, I didn't know what olives are. I come from Sonipat, right? In Sonipat, you have chaat pakodi, not olives. So my first memory is that, you know, the 007 moment of shaken, not stirred. But yes, all the answers that you guys gave is right. It's a fruit. It comes from the Mediterranean region. So there is olives from the entire Mediterranean that are actually beautiful. Now, why only there? By the way, did you know that there is olives being produced in India? Produced, as in grown. And there's olive oil being produced in India? In Rajasthan. Yeah. It is the climatic condition. So it needs a temperate winter to have great olives. Now, obviously, Rajasthan doesn't have a temperate winter, but some parts of Rajasthan, obviously, which are colder than nights, and there is a process that they are using to preserve that, and then during the day, they give artificial temperature, and then during the night, it gets regular temperatures, and that's how they're growing olives. But Europe's blessed with that. You know, Europe's blessed with a very high terrain, which obviously gives it a, you know, a good heat in the summer. How many of us like sitting in the summer, sitting in the winter sun, sitting in the winter sun and peeling oranges or, you know, popping up moongfali? So all of us like that. Olives also like that. So that sun, that beautiful sun, which is not so harsh, it's temperate but not so harsh, and it's wintry. So that's where is the most conducive part of growing olives. So that's what makes olives so beautiful. Yes, they are very healthy. Somebody said healthy. So what are the health benefits of olives? Vitamin E. Kya baat hai? Google. Healthy fats. What is the name of that fat? Omega. And I'm coming to antioxidants. What is the fat name? Okay, fats are fatty acids. So there is a fatty acid name. Anybody for the fatty acid? Triglycerides. Okay, it's called oleic acid. Okay, the oleic acid, which also is like, you know, used for your skin. Okay, that Ole comes from oleic acid. Okay, so oleic acid is a very, very healthy element. It's a great fatty acid. 75% of an olive is oleic acid, which makes it very healthy. So which means that you can eat olives in any quantity, in any form, anywhere, anyhow. Now coming to the chef part of it, right? The doctor part of it is done. Or there is one more doctor part of it left. One is that, the olive oil is another whole big topic. We're not going to touch upon that. But the olive oil is taken from different olives, and table olives are different. So you will not ever take olive oil from these olives. Okay, because these are precious, right? They are hand-picked. So I've gone to the Monini olive oil factory and their farm, and they actually use a cherry tree picker, which they shake the tree and the olives fall down. But these olives are all hand-picked, So we're talking about olives from Spain, and they're one of the best olives because it gets the best heat, it gets the best temperature, the flavor is amazing, and the size of the olive, which actually defines the characteristic of an olive, actually makes it beautiful. Now the chef part of it, right? The flavor, the taste. So how many flavors do we have in our? 5 or 4, decide. 4 or 5? 19-20 का फर्क, क्या बात है? Are you Marwadi? Huh? Okay, so it's who said 5? Hi, it's 5. Okay, and actually now there is a 6th sense of flavor, which is called as umami. Umami. Okay, so now the sweet, the bitter, the sour, the salty, and the no taste profile is also a taste, right? Because that's where you keep your tablets and have, right? Now you need that taste to balance all the tastes, right? Try and put salt at that point where you put your tablet. Try it. It's a beautiful feeling. It's a tingling sensation. Okay? It requires, God has made our tongue beautifully so that we can feel, touch, taste everything. Right? So everything has to have those. Now olives have 4 of those flavors. So you can taste the bitterness. Okay? Can we, someone can pass these olives around? Okay? Maybe this side you can do green, and this side you could do black. Okay? Yeah? Leave some for me, but I still have to cook. Zyada nahi, 20-25. Okay, so so the 4 flavors that we're talking about, okay, it has the first thing that you do, when you taste, is the acidic. Right? You taste the acidic? What is acidic? The little khatta. Right? Now the salt that you have in it is added salt. Okay? But when you eat a normal olive, it's not salty. It's added salt to preserve it. So salt is not the flavor so salt is that 5th flavor that is missing. So there is sweet, there's a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of acidity, slight tinge of bitterness, right? You feel that? That's what makes it very versatile. So today, in India, when somebody arrives at your home, what do you first serve? Okay. Okay, khane ke liye. Okay, yeah, dry fruits is one. What? Okay, so you will put some nibbles, right? Chakna, some sort of chakna to, just kind of keep it going. Now, how Europe lives, okay, is now India is a place which wants to become very much like the West, right? But how Europe lives? So European culture is work hard throughout the morning, but the moment the sun sets, it's party time for them. Which means large families in Spain, in Italy, in Europe, all around, if you go, you will see that in the evening by 6:30, people just start coming back home, pour the wine, okay, and start chatting. 6 घंटे एक husband wife बात कर लेते हैं, पता है? I was working at Westin, and the general manager was European. And he would actually talk to his wife from 7 in the evening till 12 in the night every day. मतलब मैं हिंदी में पूछता था उससे, सर आप क्या बात करते हो उससे? मुझे भी बता दो. हमारे पास तो 1 घंटे के बाद समझ नहीं आता क्या बात करनी है. इतने. Exactly. है, हम इसलिए फेस टाइम करके बोलते हैं, देखो मैं अभी भी ट्रैफिक में फंसी हूँ, देखो. So we are different, right? But having said that, olives make that conversation more beautiful, more lively, more going. It allows you to sip more wine. It allows you to kind of, have a little more. So the whole idea of having olives on your table is it actually develops relationships. That's what I feel about olives, that, it really brings people together. Because actually, if you are a wine drinker or not, you can have any drink in your hand and just pop an olive every 15 minutes. It's a beautiful tingling taste that kind of fills your mouth. Now you marinate them, it makes it better. You will be getting marinated olives as you go, as a small souvenir. That makes it even better. You then start cooking something with olives, it makes even better, right? Now, actually speaking, the moment you start cooking olives, the flavor kind of, right? So I personally don't like olives in a pizza. I don't like, right? But I like olives when they are less used, like less cooked, right? More of the raw form, more of the form that it is. Like, this queen olives can be stuffed with almonds, anchovies, red peppers, green peppers, cheese, so many things you can actually stuff it with and make it your own. Now, these days, dates are very much in fashion. So dates are stuffed with pista, badam, this, that, everything. Yeah, so I think there's a whole lot of things that you can do, and I will start cooking because otherwise the tarts will not cook. बात करते रह जाएंगे. And I was given 45 minutes, but I think I'll manage. Okay. Who is the baker? Who wants to bake with me? Come. Okay, since you're baking, so you come. Who's going to handle your phone? Oh my God. Is baking important or phone important? Both. Okay. So everybody familiar with the tart mold concept? Yeah, a tart dough concept. Now, my moisture to this tart is going to be butter as well as the flour, as well as the olive paste. So this black olive that you just tasted, this is made into a fine paste. That's all I've done. Now, we're going to make a little tart mixture. So about 6 spoons of flour to 2 spoons of butter. That's my simple calculation on a nice pizzocchi tart mixture. 6 spoons versus 2 spoons. Okay. Now what we do is moin, but whilst we're doing the moin, we're going to also put a little bit of thyme, fresh thyme. Okay, if you don't get fresh thyme, you can definitely add dry thyme. You can also add oregano, and instead of the salt, because I'm going to add the olive paste as well, I'm adding some Parmesan cheese. So about 2 spoons of Parmesan. Now if you can just kind of play with it and make moin out of it. That's the best part, yeah. On the other hand, we'll make the hummus. Now how many of you people have actually been to Dubai? Yeah, it's quite close these days. Go to Virar, go to Dubai, it's the same time. No, actually, people ask me, I live in Kandivali and I'm a restaurant consultant, so we have a restaurant in Abu Dhabi. And sir, aap Abu Dhabi? And I go, it takes the same time if I have to go to town from Kandivali and go to Dubai. I might as well go to Dubai, So that's how I think, it's all in the mind. So having said that, yeah, moin, yeah, a little more. Work it up so that the Parmesan kind of ghulos. So why I was taking the Dubai version is because I've eaten hummus in a lot of places, and I've eaten hummus at Dubai, and the taste is very different. Have you guys noticed that? Yeah. Do you think is there any peculiar thing that happens in Dubai that we don't do?
I think they remove the of the cheese.
That's mandatory, I think.
What's that?
Removing the peel off
The skin.
Skin off? क्या बात कर रहे हो मैडम? वहाँ पे पता टन बनता है एक टन हमस. तो एक टन हमस का चलो काफी सारी औरतें बैठी हैं. है ना? No, let's remove the skin. No, the skin doesn't do anything. Skin doesn't do anything. So the secret ingredient which I found out when I went to Dubai, I was like, yes, hung curd. So jitna chana, uska 1/3 hung curd. Thank you. Yeah? Yeah, it's holding now. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're not going to use moisture yet. For the flour, we're going to add the black olives, the Hoya Blanca paste, so that it kind of comes together.
2 tablespoons.
Yeah, 2 tablespoons. If we still need something, okay, then we just sprinkle a little water. But I think we should be fine here. But little sprinkle might be needed. Come back to the hummus. The chickpea, the curd, hung curd is gone, okay? And I'm going to use green olives. With the hummus. Okay, now garlic is very, very crucial in hummus. Zyada dal diya to problem, kam dala to problem. You have to remove the water. You marbadi. It's salt and water. Now, no, it's a very good question actually. So you're not going to use the whole olive oil bottle or whole olive bottle at one go, right? So it is going to be treated like you treat achar, which means you don't put your finger and pull it out. Use a clear spoon, clean spoon, and then take out as many olives as you want to. And if you're going to keep that bottle, you need that water. Okay? If that water is gone, the preservative is gone. That's actually a preservative. It's salted water. It's called brine. It's nothing very peculiar about it. Salt and water, nothing else. But it needs to be clean. It needs to be out of the, bacterial contamination.
Little water.
Little, no?
Little.
No, I think they should be fine.
Little more adding.
Yeah. Should be fine.
Because soft, yeah.
Yeah.
Soft,
So as I said, we actually will not need any water in that. The final thing that I'm adding, and this is how they add, they don't use teaspoons, they just... Okay, ये तो अभी कुछ नहीं है, इसके आगे हो रहेगा अभी. Now I'm making a lot of hummus, but we will make only a few tarts. Is that okay? Yeah? So what I'll do is, no, मैं smart हूँ. मैं टार्ट दो ही बनाऊंगा. मैं टार्ट दो ही बनाऊंगा प्रेजेंटेशन के लिए. बट वो पिज्जा की कुकी और हमस इमेजिन कर लेना, ऐसे ही लगता होगा. ओके, देखो बातों बातों में मैं भूल ही गया चीजें. द हार्ट ऑफ अ हमस इज ताहीना पेस्ट. एनी आइडिया व्हाट इज ताहीना पेस्ट? सेस में देखो इंडिया कितना आगे बढ़ गया है ना. 2011 मास्टर शेफ सीजन 2 टैग लाइन वॉज अब बदलो इंडिया अपने खाने का स्वाद. Actually, देखो बदल गया यार. 2011 nobody knew what tahina was, right? Today my mom knows, and she might also tell me, तूने hummus में tahina नहीं डाला? हाँ मम्मी भूल गया. Okay, so tahina again very very important, very crucial because it gives that beautiful bitterish flavor and that nutty flavor. So here we added 2 cups of chana. Okay, वो चना के बेस पे है. So you add starting with about 3 spoons of tahina paste. And the final ingredient to go is lemon juice. So again, about 3 spoons of lemon juice and about a spoon of salt. Okay, so that is done, right? The dough is done? So what we'll do, ma'am, is we will line them.
I think jar.
I forgot to ask the chef for a rolling pin. So till the time he gets that. Namita, can you ask for a rolling pin? Yeah. Okay, till the time we get that. Ma'am, thank you. Did you enjoy making the dough?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
This is the favorite part of mine.
Favorite part? Ideally, this should go into the fridge. Ideally. Okay, now since we are in a live cooking session, we don't have the fridge here. But this should rest in the fridge for at least half an hour. Why? Because we worked the butter, we worked the flour. Okay, there's also got Parmesan cheese. So it should actually you know, मतलब ये shiny नहीं दिखना चाहिए. So when you roll that, then it's easy to handle, easy to then maneuver and make any shapes out of it. And then you again, when you put it in the mold, you have to put it in the fridge for 15 minutes for it to rest. Then it goes. So temperature shock is very, very important, which means a chilled dough is rolled and put, then it again gets chilled, and a chilled dough goes into a hot oven. So that's how you get that beautiful crisp outside. Sometimes you see that, you know, it's not so crisp, it becomes soggy. That's the reason. Yeah? Thank you, ma'am. Okay. Now I'm going to just use the mixer. So अगर किसी को sweater वेटर बुननी है बुन लो तब तक. It's going to take about 5-7 minutes. Okay, if you need to, add any kind of moisture in this right now, if it's not getting ground properly, what is it that we should add? Not water? Why? Because hummus is made not for one day. It is made for 2-3 days. Okay, एक साथ पानी डालते ही खराब होना शुरू हो जाएगा. All right. I think we have awesomeness with us. Okay, now let's get to the good part. So try and take not too much of the, the dry flour. So that we make sure that, it doesn't become very crusty. What's the difference between crusty and crispy? Any ideas? Okay, I think people have, मैंने बोला स्वेटर बुनने को बुनने ही लगे सब. Come back. I'm back. Hummus is done. We don't put a lot of dry flour on this. Any idea why?
So crusty is, there are like papdi निकलने लग जाती है when we eat.
Uh-huh.
And crispy is, it's like kadak in the mouth, but वो पपड़ियाँ नहीं निकलेगी बाहर. Like that khari.
Yeah.
Khari होता है तो khari बिखरता है, so that is crusty.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I understand.
Okay.
And crispy is like, that kind of.
Okay, so both the answers are kind of right. The crustiness, when we refer to this kind, is the extra crust that is not required, but happens to be there. You know, so when you lift it up, it kind of falls down, like you said, like in the khari. But the crispiness is that it is, you know, it kind of khasta. It breaks in your mouth. Now, actual difference in these two terminology is crispy and crunchy. Ever thought about that? Think about it. What is an apple crispy or crunchy? Crunchy. Is a wafer crisp or crunch? Why? Is kurkure crispy, crunchy? Why? Why not crispy? Wow. Think about it, think about it, think about it. No, it's because of where you eat it from. Crisp is always eaten from the front teeth. And crunch is always crunch. Never thought of that, right? See, that's why you're here. Yeah, and I'm learning so many things as well. Like olive का पानी क्यों नहीं फेंकना? हाँ, क्यों नहीं? Yeah, please ask the mother-in-law question. मेरे कान बहुत तेज हैं. Please ask. Any questions actually? Mother-in-law, your father-in-law, your own questions, koi bhi questions, please ask. So if you don't have tahina, you can actually make tahina at home. If you have sesame paste, roast them, okay, put them in a blender like this, put loads of oil, fine paste. That's tahina. It's not rocket science. So toasted kaju. Yeah. Yeah. See, the thing is that the whole nuttiness can be, it's very definitive. Somebody can use almonds, somebody can use walnuts. You know, it's just that toasted cashew nuts are closer when we come to the texture. Okay, I'm shoving this in. We will have lots to talk right now. I'm also making a little bit cookie, so please ask me questions, whatever you have. No, related, non-related is okay. Ask me anything. Instagram पे ask me anything बोलते ही सब ऐसे क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं. यहाँ कोई पूछ ही नहीं रहा है. वो तो AMA है ना.
Normally you pair olive with cheese. I don't know, somehow, even in the dishes.
Yeah.
Or every time.
Yeah.
So do you think when you pair it with cheese, it takes away from the flavor from olive?
No, so the thing is that you have to understand why are you having that combination. Like, you know, you will not have papdi chaat with Rogan Josh gravy. Right? There's a combination made in heaven. We always say that for food also. Tomato, garlic, you know, dhania, pudina, garlic, dal, hing, jeera. These are matches made in heaven. We never made them, right? It already was there. So when you talk about cheese, it has a few components that it goes very well with. So nuts, fruits, olives. Why? Because the cheese itself has a flavor which you need to decipher. So if you're having an Edam slice, you know, the Edam is a little sharp on your tongue. It's also have a bitter tinge, so it needs you to cut that bitterness with something. So you'll have a grape or you'll pop a almond next to it, you know, so that's how you'll combine flavors. All cheeses actually, but most table cheeses like Emmental, Gouda, cheddar is also okay, but cheddar is very light and mild, so I won't really go all on with cheddar. But Emmental, Gouda, most of the Dutch cheeses go very well with that. Okay, now Oh, let me just make it simple. मटर मठिया बना देता हूँ.
Best way to
Yes.
olives to kid. इससे हम olive से कुछ sweet भी बना सकते हैं.
Olive से डेजर्ट सेवरी कम पड़ गई है. Sorry, somebody was asking a question here.
What's the best way to give olives to kids?
Okay, that's a very good question. But before that, I don't want to disrespect that question. I have not tried anything with olives in desserts, to be very honest. You're challenging me. I will try. I will think. I have not thought of it.
But like if you put dates or something in olive, it becomes like a sweet.
See, आजकल तो मतलब इंस्टाग्राम के लिए आदमी कुछ भी कर लेगा. जैसे हाँ मतलब मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ ना, इंस्टाग्राम के लिए तो कुछ भी कर सकता है आदमी, पर इट हैज टू मेक सेंस. फॉर मी एज अ शेफ, आई डोंट नो इफ यू गाइज फॉलो मी ऑन इंस्टाग्राम और नॉट. नो, ऑल ऑफ you just did, no? How truthful I was about to say. See, कितनी सच बात है. It's okay, you finally followed. Better late than never. So I'm saying if you follow me and if you know my content, it never gives you content which is east versus west. It never. I give you content which is there in your shelves. You know, बेसन से innovative बनाओ. Right? Olive से innovative बनाओ. Normal है ना? Why you have to go to food hall to buy 5 kind of cheeses and then this herb and then this and then that and then make something? I'm not making wasabi cookies here, right? I'm making normal maida, olive, parmesan. ये आजकल नमक मिर्च हल्दी जैसे हो गए. People have them. Yeah. So coming back to the question of what is the best way of giving olives to kids? I was waiting for this question. Yeah, so, no, that's a good question. So, why I was waiting for this question? Because every time I do a live event, and I'm making, let's say, a kaddu ki tikki, the last question, or maybe a question in between has to be, kaddu ka kya replacement hai? So, I ask the opposite question. Kaddu se to bana do pehle. Baad mein replacement bata denge. But, maida, obviously, because even I am off maida these days, you can make the same thing with atta. You can make the same thing with atta and bajra mix. See, because it's a crumbly dough, only thing you will not get is, you know, this kind of firmness. So you'll have to be a little careful whilst you are picking it up. You can come up with shapes which are star shape, bear shape, you know, you can make all those cookies for the kids to make it very interesting. They will love it. And trust me, I'm baking these smaller versions of these cookies. When you actually taste them, you will like them. 180 degrees standard temperature for any baking for about 12 to 14 minutes. Okay, मेरा hummus तैयार है. अब मेरे को नहीं पता कि मैं क्या करूं. सब कुछ तैयार है. हाँ, बातें करते हैं. Okay, so every time you're not using maida, for example, right? So let's understand wheat flour only. So wheat flour, a lot of people are not having wheat flour also, you know, because again, gluten or whatever. So if you're doing only bajra, you could do bajra, oats, and a little bit of almond flour mixed together. You know, it kind of gives you that binding. Or you could do nachni bajra mix. Or you could do jawari and toasted oats flour mix. Okay, 50-50 chalega. But anything which is very fibrous, like jaw, like barley flour, you know, that's very fibrous, that you will find it very difficult to use it in a cookie like that. Even if you make a cookie, it won't taste great. So if you are okay with atta plus 50% atta and 50% of anything else can actually do well. But if you're not having atta, then a jawari and a ragi mix, or a jawari and we are not raising it. नहीं पर मैदे से रेज थोड़ी होना है. Raising कब होता है? We are not. Yeah, because here, see, understand what happens in a cake. Cake में मैदे के साथ आप अंडा या दही या whatever डालते हो to make it fluffy. Here we making it crispy. So we actually broken the gluten by shortening it. This process of putting the butter is called as shortening. Okay. Now shortening means that you've shortened, which means the process, the whole strands of the thing is shortened, which means moin, which means khasta. So you've shortened the dough so that it becomes flaky, right? So that's what you've done to your maida. The same thing we'll do with atta. You know, I've replaced everything. मैं पिज्ज़ा भी आटा का खाता हूँ, मैं सब कुछ मतलब without cheese obviously. So I don't know, किसी ने compliment नहीं दिया कि नहीं, किस बात compliment? नहीं कि मैं शेफ पतले लग रहे हो. I mean, you've seen me I think 2 years back, 6 years back. अब तो so you have to give me that compliment. I have lost 18 kgs from there. Yeah. So not because only maida, but ये बात भी सही है. Double the size. Master was thin. ध्यान से देखो इनको. ये मास्टर शेफ देखती नहीं है, ये सुन के आई है. अभी गूगल करो. मतलब आज सोच के आई हूँ मेरे को बुरा फील कराने के लिए हैं कि शेफ आप 45 years old हो, you are old now. I was in class 11. See, no, but I'm trying to say that Google. क्या? बट टेलीविजन एंड कैमरा 5 किलो बढ़ाता है. नहीं कैमरा एक. Okay, yeah, coming back to questions, more topical. Oh, great idea, great this thing. So whilst we're talking about olives, we can talk about salads a lot. Now, I am a great salad fan, and I have 2 things to tell you. Okay. So basically, any salad or any dressing, first of all, is a mixture of A and B. A is oil, B is anything which is liquid form, which is lemon juice or sherry vinegar, white wine vinegar, red wine vinegar, balsamic vinegar, this vinegar, that vinegar. They're all water form, right? Emulsify these becomes a dressing. That's the oil-based dressing. Then there is the mayonnaise-based dressing, which everybody doesn't want. The third part is the yogurt-based dressing. So yogurt-based dressings also are beautiful, which means you can take normal yogurt, you can take chopped mint, crushed walnuts, you can do thyme and honey, you can do mint and honey, you can also put jaggery powder these days. So yogurt, because it's got that tartiness, it gives you that thing. You thin it down with a little water or milk if you're having that. If you're not, if you're, maybe you're allergic to kinds of things. Or a little bit of olive oil also. A little bit of olive oil, just beat it up, make a nice thin dressing and flavor it with what you want. Okay, some good ideas are smoked paprika, mint, thyme and honey, walnut and chili. So these are some very good combinations for a yogurt-based dressing. So, एक dressing हो गया. Then comes the second layer, which is your leaves. Okay, now leaves-wise, you have to understand which leaves can you really eat. Fanciness में तो, oh, I bought some rucola and some lolo rosso. घर आके तो कड़वी है. So you have to know your lettuce. Okay, so lolo rosso is bitter. You can't really have lolo rosso. It has to be mixed with iceberg, or it has to be mixed with a little bit of a bib lettuce or a leafy lettuce. But if you are a rucola fan, an arugula fan, then you, like I am, you can just have arugula in any form. Arugula best dressing to go with is lemon vinaigrette or balsamic vinaigrette with a little bit of honey, salt, pepper, candied walnuts, orange. So these are all condiments. So it's almost like standing on a subway counter. Dressing hai, leaves hai, then you can put olives in any form, go great. You can put bocconcini, any form. Veggies, you can either just tawa roast them. So you take corn, you put it on tawa, just let it roast. Onions, quarters, roast. Carrots, a little bit par blanche, olive oil, salt, pepper, mustard on the roast. Just roast, right? Just roast vegetables. It's the best thing, the tastiest thing. What I love in salads, if you eat garlic, is garlic pods. So you can actually just take a whole garlic, this thing, with the shell. And right now, when these things are happening, right, just throw 2-3 garlic. Remove it in 15 minutes, take it out, put it in olive oil, put it in your fridge. Okay, that becomes garlic confit. So every time you need your salad, that thing will from, and it's so tasty, and it's so tasty. So that really peps up your salad. These days you are getting those fat chilies, the red chilies, the green chilies. Even charring them or grilling them will take your salads to the next level. Again, because my diet is now more of salad, so I keep thinking more innovative ways, because no books will tell you, they will tell you ABC, but you have to go beyond ABC to build your flavor profile. Right? Sometimes if you have fresh thyme and I have lemon zest, I make a paste out of it, you know, and then add olive oil to it, and then add sea salt to it, and then make a dressing. Just gives that, you know, every day a new zing. So olives, as he said, it's a table condiment, okay, and salads are also the same. So any olive can go very well. It totally depends on what and what time are you having, right? So if you are having it as your lunch, you can probably put 12 or 15 olives in your bowl. But if you are having it as a snack, like some people have a salad snack, right? Then you put 3, 4, you know. You can also make a dressing out of this olive, just like I made this, right? You can also make a topping of your pizza or your cheese called as tapenade. Tapenade is nothing but black olives, garlic, olive oil, paste. That's tapenade. Okay, you spread it on your bread, eat it. It was not a dressing. This is just the paste. Only olive paste. So basically the whole dough is olivey now, right? So the flavor is olive, parmesan, thyme. We didn't put salt because the parmesan is salty. Olives are salty, you know, so we didn't put salt. And I've kept the hummus a little sharp, because the olives are there, so they will be a little sharp. So that's why, you know, flavor combination is the only thing any chef needs to understand. Once you understand that, everything is solved. Then it's 2 + 2 = 4, 4 + 2 = 6. Then it's that, right? Indian खाने में कैसे करते हो आप घर के खाने में? You know from the back of your hand कि मतलब आज मैं ये हींग जीरे का तड़का दे रही हूँ, कल मैं garlic और इसका तड़का दे रही हूँ, but it's like a back of your hand, right? Tomorrow you want to try something new, you can always come back to it because you know the basics of it. So every cuisine has their basics. You need to learn the basics and then you can build forward. Baking concepts. Can we use olives in fruits? Yes, we can, of course. I mean, I like my fruit salad not so sweet. I like it zingy. And actually, I make a zingy fruit salad with olives, which are actually marinated with chili, and have watermelon cubes in it, have some feta, you know, and chili olives. Great. Okay, so everybody is aware of this cheese. Chef is here. If he can get me a quick mango, I can make a quick salad. Everybody is aware of this cheese. Bocconcini, fresh mozzarella. Okay, fresh mozzarella, mango, best friends. Okay, great friends. So I can actually show it to you. Is the chef around? Chef. Is the chef around? He's gone now. Okay, I needed 1 mango and 1 chili, if I could. If I can, then I can make a quick salad. Green, red, whatever. What are you coming at? मतलब इसका क्वेश्चन कहाँ जा रहा है पहले ये बताओ मेरे को. Who said? Who said? Who said all day I'm cooking? ऐसा आपको लगता है? यहाँ के एग्जीक्यूटिव शेफ से पूछो कितनी बार कुकिंग करते हैं. As an executive chef, I used to find reasons for, you know, going to cook. You don't get an opportunity to cook. So ऐसा नहीं है कि हम लोग रोज कुक करते हैं. हाँ, कुकिंग हमारा पैशन है, कुकिंग हमारी प्रोफेशन है. We cook very often, but every Sunday I am definitely cooking at my home. My kids, my wife loves whatever I do on a Sunday. So Sunday is Big Daddy Chef cooking. And apart from that, I help my wife every day. Okay, we don't have a cook for cooking because both of us don't like any cook's food. वो थोड़ा सा typical है हमारा life में. But we do go to hotels and restaurants, by the way. There are sometimes, I love Maharashtrian food. So our maid sometimes cooks that, you know, the chicken sukka and that bhakri and the gauti chicken curry and all that. Well, sometimes वो होता है, but not every day. So you see the hummus is actually the consistency is, you know, almost dropping consistency. Okay, it's very, very smooth. It has to be very, very smooth, and the smoothness comes from the yogurt and the olive oil. Yeah, me too. Okay, now I want you guys to taste the hummus along with the cookie. So what I'm going to do is, I've got this part figured out here. I will take out the hummus in 2 bowls. The cookies are still coming out. I'll have some spoons, taste the hummus, and taste the cookie. You'll find the hummus a little sharp, but if you have it with the cookie, you won't find it sharp. So please imagine. My God, that's a tough question. I can't actually put a finger on one recipe and say that's my best recipe, but at one point of time, I had cracked the Galauti code. So the Galauti code, which is, you know, the same thing that you will have it at Tunde, I can make that exactly the same thing. So I don't want to be proud in saying it, but I can say that. And otherwise, seafood is something that people love out of my hand, and so is mutton, and so is veg, and so is... Again, that's why I said I didn't want to pinpoint to anything. Let me present it nicely for you. There's no question which is silly, please. It is an awesome combination. Just add green chilies to it and cook it in olive oil. Should samosas be eaten? Matlab, yeah, ideally no. Ideally no. Yeah. Yes, please. Gram flour and chickpeas. Yes, you can. Can you have rajma? You know, same thing with rajma. So again, now the thing is that if I have Ashish and Akshat as my 2 sons, they're not the same. They're different. They need treatment differently. So rajma is, you know, chickpea is more bland. Rajma's got more of a flavor to it. So I need to add a little more garlic, maybe a little more paprika, a little more olive oil, and all of that. Yeah. And then I think it will taste better. So the thing is that, again, the use of olives on a cocktail is very, very important because it breaks the bitter part of the alcohol, right? Now mocktails are sweet, so you can, but me too. Cheers. Oh, many. I've made a Jain paneer kofta stuffed with olives. Okay, if somebody can just help me taking some spoons and tasting this hummus. This is going to take about 10 minutes more. Yes, please. You can just pass it around. Okay, I will be back in 2 minutes. Spoons are here.
And India to the flavor of the European olives. A table where tradition, origin and variety are shared, celebrated, savored and enjoyed. Because once you serve Ahi Blanca, Godal or Manzanilla olives, your table will be filled with flavor and guests. Serve Europe at your table with olives from Spain. Enjoy, it's from Europe. Welcome to the longest table in the world. A table that unites Europe and India through the flavor of the European olives. A table where tradition, origin and variety are shared, celebrated, savored and enjoyed. Because once you serve Ahi Blanca, Godal or Manzanilla olives, your table will be filled with flavor and guests. Serve Europe at your table with olives from Spain. Enjoy, it's from Europe. Welcome to the longest table in the world. A table that unites Europe and India through the flavor of the European olives. A table where tradition, origin and variety are shared, celebrated, savored and enjoyed. Because once you serve Ahi Blanca, Godal or Manzanilla olives, your table will be filled with flavor and guests. Serve Europe at your table with olives from Spain. Enjoy, it's from Europe. Welcome to the longest table in the world. A table that unites Europe and India through the flavor of the European olives. A table where tradition, origin and variety are shared, celebrated, savored and enjoyed. Because once you serve Ahi Blanca, Godal or Manzanilla olives, your table will be filled with flavor and guests. Serve Europe at your table with olives from Spain. Enjoy, it's from Europe. Welcome to the longest table in the world. A table that unites Europe and India through the flavor of the European olives. A table where tradition, origin and variety are shared, celebrated, savored and enjoyed. Because once you serve Ahi Blanca, Godal or Manzanilla olives, your table will be filled with flavor and guests. Serve Europe at your table with olives from Spain. Enjoy, it's from Europe. Welcome to the longest table in the world. A table that unites Europe and India through the flavor of the European olives. A table where tradition, origin and variety are shared, celebrated, savored and enjoyed. Because once you serve Ahi Blanca, Godal or Manzanilla olives, your table will be filled with flavor and guests. Serve Europe at your table with olives from Spain. Enjoy, it's from Europe. Welcome to the longest table in the world. A table that unites Europe and India through the flavor of the European olives. A table where tradition, origin and variety are shared, celebrated, savored and enjoyed. Because once you serve Ahi Blanca, Godal or Manzanilla olives, your table will be filled with flavor and guests. Serve Europe at your table with olives from Spain. Enjoy, it's from Europe. Welcome to the longest table in the world. A table that unites Europe and India through the flavor of the European olives. A table where tradition, origin and variety are shared, celebrated, savored and enjoyed. Because once you serve Ahi Blanca, Godal or Manzanilla olives, your table will be filled with flavor and guests. Serve Europe at your table with olives from Spain. Enjoy, it's from Europe. Welcome to the longest table in the world. A table that unites Europe and India through the flavor of the European olives. A table where tradition, origin and variety are shared, celebrated, savored and enjoyed. Because once you serve Ahi Blanca, Godal or Manzanilla olives, your table will be filled with flavor and guests. Serve Europe at your table with olives from Spain. Enjoy, it's from Europe. Welcome to the longest table in the world, a table that unites Europe and India through the flavor of the European olives. A table where tradition, origin and variety are shared, celebrated, savored and enjoyed. Because once you serve Ahi Blanca, Godal or Manzanilla olives, your table will be filled with flavor and guests. Serve Europe at your table with olives from Spain. Enjoy, it's from Europe. Welcome to the longest table in the world, a table that unites Europe and India through the flavor of the European olives. A table where tradition, origin and variety are shared, celebrated, savored and enjoyed. Because once you serve Ahi Blanca, Godal or Manzanilla olives, your table will be filled with flavor and guests. Serve Europe at your table with olives from Spain. Enjoy, it's from Europe.
I'm going to pass these around as well. They might be lesser number of pieces. Yeah, so kindly share because you care. So ideally, you would cool them down because any hot cookie will be soggy. As it cools down, becomes crunchy, crispy.
Chef, can we have a smile?
Haan, but with the real thing, no? Abhi to, yeah, because this is just a taster. That's not the real thing. The real thing is yet to come out. The real thing is yet to come, by the way. Yeah, chili, okay, great. Oh, by the way, the chili and the mangoes arrived, so we will have another quick salad of mango and mangoes in season. And we will have a mango bocconcini salad. Chef, I just need 2 presentation plates. Any more questions whilst I make this quick salad? Sure. What's your name? Nimarta. Okay. Nimarta's hapus and olives. So Nimarta suggested that we could have a salad with mango. So we're going to have a mango and a Nimarta salad. No. Mango and olive salad for Nimarta. Thank you. That's what I generally do. That's what my job is.
Chef, I just have a small question.
Yes.
If we could have washed the olives a bit and removed the salt part little,
Yeah.
I guess that would have been better
For
for the hummus because it's like little on the
saltier side. And I said that it's going to be a little sharp because when you actually taste it on this has no salt. So when I had made this dish in my head, this is what I've done, right? But you tasted the hummus separately, the cookie separately. The cookie was a little less salty. Yeah. अब आप नमक कम खाती हैं इसका मतलब? नमक कम खाती हैं इसका मतलब? Okay, so who wants to learn a quick olive and so I'm adding a little thyme. I'm adding a little chopped garlic. Okay, Nimarta is here for her salad. Okay, we just need a bit of sharpness here because mangoes are sweet.
Guys, keep your questions ready. If there's anything that you need to ask him, we'll do that quickly after this is over. So I'm not a green chili person. Any substitute?
Oh, red chili? No? See, mango is going to be sweet. That's why I've added a little tart with the garlic and
Like chili flakes or something?
can do. Chili flakes can do. Basil will do very good with mango. Very good. I don't have black pepper, so I'm not putting. Added lemon juice, salt, thyme, a little garlic, and a little chopped chili. Don't even have a whisk. Now comes the olive oil ki bari. Black olive paste. Why don't you taste? Yeah. Very tangy? Nice?
Nice.
Ladies, please feel free to ask for the mic and use it.
The mic is right here if anyone needs to ask a question. So now, olives. So now we use only black in this. We could do like a combination.
We could do a combination of black, green, even the stuff with the pimento we could do. Yeah. And now let's dress it. Do I have a plate yet? Okay, we have a plate. I love blue. Okay, so just a few slices of bocconcini on the side. I believe this mango is not so sweet.
And now we're going to fight for the salad. Uska kya hoga?
वो निमरता का सैलड है, निमरता निपटेगी, मैं नहीं निपटने वाला.
आ जाऊंगी फिर निपटने की नौबत नहीं है.
Okay, where is the dressing gone? Yeah. So loads of mango, little bit of bocconcini. And Few microgreens.
Amazing, like another level. Another level. Guys,
There you go.
you all are going to thank me now for this. If you get to taste it.
Hey, how about a picture with me?
वन मैं तो ग्रुप में डाल रही हूँ यार. If you like a video.
हाँ सेल्फी के टाइम आएगा अभी. निमरता, over to you.
I'll give it to everyone. I'm putting the video of this chef.
Okay, so whilst you're busy in clicking pictures, my actual dish that we were actually here to make was this olive tart, right? The shell.
Please be seated. Let him continue. We'll share all the pictures. I've already shared them on the group. Let him continue.
So the tart is ready. It's still hot. Again, disclaimer: it should be cold. Yeah, or room temperature, if not cold. Now, just we've had lemon tarts. बचा हुआ hummus. I need a nice height to this hummus. Now is the time to just garnish this, so I'm just adding a little bit of these queen olives which are stuffed with pimento. A few black olives. This bocconcini chopped up. This again will reduce the salt. So a dish, you know, कई बार हम लोग क्या करते हैं, एक डिश का एक एलिमेंट खाते हैं, बोलते हैं यार, it has to be eaten in the entirety of it. But yes, if you like less salt, then you can actually wash the olives so the extra salt goes off.
Anyone has any questions? Please you can take the mic and ask your questions. Anyone? About olives. Very good.
This is another way of presenting, by the way. Yeah. The hummus and the chef will be standing right there. There you go. Okay, so for everyone, you can actually look at in the screen, close cameras right here. You can put a little bit of paprika on top of it. You could put, chopped olives. You could put whatever. That's the way it changes, right? हमें भी Instagram चलाना आ गया है. Thanks to all the moms and Mom's Espresso. By the way, I've been doing a lot of stuff with Mom's Espresso. I was there with Mom's Espresso day before yesterday. On a live. It's a big group. Yeah. Okay, I'm done. Questions before pictures. I know pictures are very valuable. The hummus can. If again not fiddled around, no, not fiddled around. है तो देसी ना मतलब. Recently was Mother's Day. Say that children don't come with a manual; they come with a mother. So Indians don't come with a manual.
Guys,
They come
please
with a
be
history book.
seated. Let the photographer finish the photographs. The dishes will be kept here only, and you all can click photos with it on the way out. Okay?
No questions.
Any questions, guys? Anything that you want to ask about olives, about getting Spain on your table?
Give me this plate.
Hello. Sir, I want to ask one question.
Yes, please.
I was very inquisitive about cooking of olive oil.
Yes.
Some people say that cooking olive oil is not healthy. If it's healthy, then what kind of cooking oil, which kind of olive oil we should use for cooking?
Okay. So first of all, मेरी मम्मी कहती थी कि प्रेग्नेंट वुमेन को पपाया नहीं खाना चाहिए. मेरी मम्मी कहती थी कि मछली के साथ दूध नहीं पीना चाहिए. Yeah. I didn't say yeah. I said why. Mummy had no answer. Then I went and found the answer. So it's a very good question. Find out the reason. It's very important to find out the reason why we don't do some things that we don't do. So olive oil, first of all, you have to understand extra virgin olive oil is the only olive oil that should be called as olive oil. Everything else is processed. तो ये भी होता है. गन्ने का जूस पीते हो? Right? Residual. That's the word. गन्ने का जूस पीते हो? गन्ने का जूस का जो पहली बार गन्ना जब निकलता है, that is the sweetest juice. उसके बाद तो वो ग्लास भर रहा है. Right? So the same thing happens with olive oil. When the olives are crushed, the first press which happens at between 27 and 32 degrees, it's called a cold pressed olive oil. That is the purest form of olive oil, which is called as the extra virgin olive oil. That in Italy is used for cooking. Right? Now how they use for cooking, the problem with us as a country is हम लोग कढ़ाई में जब तक धुआं नहीं आता जीरा नहीं डालते. राइट? लेकिन वहाँ ऐसा नहीं है. वहाँ पे गैस ऑन करते हैं, पैन रखते नहीं है. गैस ऑन करते हैं, पैन रखते हैं, ऑयल डालते हैं, गार्लिक डालते हैं, अनियन डाल देते हैं. एंड इट डजंट एवर बिकम लाइक नेवर. सो इट दैट्स द वर्ड सॉटे. सॉटे. राइट? काश खैबी यहां पे होता. कितनी मूल्यवान बात बोली आपने. इसलिए है हमारे पास अर्बन क्लैप. बुलाओ और साफ कराओ. वेरी गुड. अर्बन क्लैप पैसे पहुंचा देना. No, but on a serious note, she's right. Our food, the way we cook it, we like it in that manner. That whole smokiness in a bharta, जब तक नहीं आएगा तो भरता नहीं खिलाएगा, right? तो हम टेस्ट नहीं आता, तो हमारा स्टाइल है कुकिंग का. सो यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड कि ऑलिव ऑयल द मोमेंट इट रीचेज इज स्मोकिंग पॉइंट. नाउ नॉर्मल स्मोकिंग पॉइंट ऑफ एन ऑयल इज 135-140 डिग्रीज. ऑलिव ऑयल, एक्स्ट्रा वर्जिन ऑलिव ऑयल का स्मोकिंग पॉइंट होता है 87 डिग्रीज. तो अगर 87 डिग्रीज के ऊपर गया मतलब वो स्टार्ट्स डीनेचरिंग. एनी ऑयल above smoking point starts denaturing, right? That is why samosas outside are unhealthier, samosas at home are healthier. That's the only way. Samosas are not unhealthy. Samosas outside are unhealthy. No, of course. I also like it. I have quit samosa. Dekho ma'am, what's your name? What's your name? Meenakshi. What if I call you Shifali? नहीं चलेगा ना. समोसे को समोसा रहने दो. Let's not make it over healthy. If you want to make it over healthy, make it with atta, make it with bajra atta, bake it, but don't call it samosa then. थोड़ा समोसे को इज्जत देते हैं. इतने सालों तक हमारे साथ रहा है. हाँ.
Sir, it's a personal question.
नहीं मैम, मैं आंसर नहीं करूंगा.
$1 question है. Please
हाँ, फिर
खुश कर लेगा वो.
मैंने सुना अडानी साहब की वर्थ एक साल में 50 बिलियन बढ़ गई. शायद मेरी 1 मिलियन बढ़ जाए. बताओ.
So staying in this food industry and managing to lose so much of weight, हमको थोड़ा राज बताइए. क्या आपके
I have arrived. आज मेरे से राज पूछा जा रहा है. I have arrived. I literally have arrived. I can say boss, yes. बीवी सुन लो.
नहीं, क्या आपके टूथपेस्ट में ऑलिव ऑयल है?
नहीं.
तो बताइए क्या है.
हमारे टूथपेस्ट में सेल्फ कंट्रोल. एंड लिटरली स्पीकिंग, मैं एक ऐसा फूडी हूं जो मतलब खाने को देख के फिसल जाता हूं. मेरे को ऑलिव ऑयल की जरूरत नहीं है फिसलने के लिए. मैं खाने को देख के फिसल जाता हूं. लेकिन परसों की बात है, परसों नहीं, लास्ट वीक की बात है. मैं अपनी स्ट्रीट से जा रहा था, वहां पे एक बंदा वड़ा पाव बनाता है जो मेरे को बहुत अच्छा लगता है और मैंने कई बार खाया भी है. और मैं गया, ऐसे किया मैंने उसके सामने. बोला सर क्या कर रहे हो? मैंने कहा खा नहीं सकता, सूंघ तो सकता हूँ.
हेलो.
तो मैडम राज यही है कि जो चीजें हमें मोटा करती हैं वो हमें कम नहीं बंद करनी पड़ेंगी, है ना. अब आप जैसी महिला अगर 4 समोसे खा ले तो समोसा भी खुश हो जाएगा, है ना. लेकिन हम जैसे अगर एक समोसा खा लेना, वो बोलेगा बेटे कितने और खाएगा. आप ऐसा बोल रही हैं कि ऐसा सोचती हैं? मैं तो पतला हो गया सूंघने से. मैंने तो आंसर कर दिया. 87 डिग्रीज. So 87 degrees it goes to smoking point. Sorry, yes, we digress to samosa and the smoking point, and samosa being unhealthy. Coming back to her point. Yeah, so if you have to cook in olive oil, don't take it to the smoking point, right? Ideally in Italy, now olive oils, why they are healthy? They've got polyphenols. Polyphenols are anti-aging. Okay, polyphenols reduce the risk of cancer. That's why they are categorized as superfoods, which means that ideally you should have olive oil like this. So use less oil while cooking, add more oil on the top. Have olive oil, extra virgin olive oil in the raw form. Now the Italians say this, and the Italians doctors have proven it. Any average human being should have 2 tablespoons of olive oil every day in the raw form. हम नहीं खा सकते, right? It's not our palate. But if you can get that palate, have it. It'll be great for you. Have it in salad, have it over pasta, have it over anything.
Chef, Chef.
हाँ. मैंने अभी समझाई थी पूरी कहानी. Extra virgin olive oil is olive oil, बाकी सब is oil.
Can we use normal olive oil in salads?
Extra virgin olive oil is olive oil, rest everything is oil. Soybean oil, sunflower oil, groundnut oil, virgin oil, सब oil है. वो oil में olive का flavor है. Olive oil की goodness नहीं है.
Chef, are there any side effects of consuming olives on daily basis?
No, not at all. No, na, nahi. Olives have probably healing properties to your body. As I said, 75% of an olive is oleic acid. Okay, now any book, any Google that you go to and just write down benefits of oleic acid. Okay, it has 200 benefits. It's like honey, right? Honey's got so many benefits. Olive's got so many benefits. Moringa has got so many benefits. Now suddenly these things have started to come in our lives. हमेशा से थी, पर हम लोग उसको देखते नहीं थे. But today people start to look at it, right? Now, a lot of us tend to overdo things. So we will suddenly start having olives in every meal, right? That's up to you. You can have it. You can have it every day. There is nothing wrong, no side effects. थोड़े महंगे आते हैं. Only side effect. I love Marwadi food.
So, like my mother is always like, अपने child को oil से ज़्यादा घी में चीज़ें खिलाओ. So I wanted to know that oil is healthy or ghee is healthier for a child.
Disclaimer, मम्मी देख रही हैं? मम्मी देख रही हैं? मम्मी नहीं देख रही हैं? मम्मी अगर आप देख रहे हो तो मत देखना. ओके, डिस्क्लेमर के साथ बोलता हूँ कि घी हेल्दी है या ऑलिव ऑयल. जो इटालियंस के लिए ऑलिव ऑयल है वो इंडियंस के लिए घी है. बट ghee in the form of ghee. We all know today everything out of a packet and a can be adulterated, right?
We use from our village original ghee from Gai Gaushala. We are making
That's the best ghee. That is the best ghee ever possible. YouTube channel पे मेरी भी और बहुत सारे लोगों की घी की रेसिपीज हैं. बहुत ही सिंपल है घी निकालना, बहुत सिंपल है, right? If you are getting it from your गांव गौशाला, great, right?
We need a lot of quantity, so we cannot do it at home every day. This is the problem.
हाँ, so if you have a large family,
One more thing, I wanted to know the.
you got your first answer by the way.
Yes,
हाँ, okay.
yes, I'm so happy.
हाँ.
I wanted to know if, what is better, गाय का घी or भैंस का घी? Okay.
A2 milk. A2.
Ajay Chopra, chef. FYI, once again, I am not a गौशाला expert. इतना घी के बारे में पता है, घी बहुत हेल्दी होता है, बड़ा टेस्टी होता है. घी में जलेबी तलोगे बहुत अच्छी तली जाएगी. घी में समोसे तलोगे और भी अच्छे होंगे. पूरी तलोगे और भी अच्छी होगी.
Excuse me, sir. I wanted to ask you. I'm someone who really do not. I have tried olives many times.
Yeah.
Pizzas or salads, but what I do is I just pick them and remove them. I have tried so thinking that I will develop a taste, but I'm not really enjoying it. So is there any way where, like, you know, when you start having olives or you want to develop a taste for it,
Yeah.
a particular way of making it or starting to have it?
Ma'am, looking at your purse, I think you can afford a trip to Greece or Spain. You can, right? Really speaking, go to Santorini, okay, sit by the beach, pick up a glass of wine, and try one olive. That whole element of beauty will just let you say, hi, yaar, I must savor this thing. See, any adapted taste like wasabi, olive, you know, these are not our flavors. They're not our flavors. But you get used to them. And sometimes when you get used to certain things, you get really used to them. For foreigners, mustard oil is a very right? But we love mustard oil. I love mustard oil. So it's just that some people have got used to it.
Chef, there's one.
Ah.
So, see, Indian cooking is more of frying, deep frying and
No,
all that.
no, no,
It is.
No.
Normal hot
no,
food.
no,
It is.
no,
Oh, it is.
no.
Okay, let me complete my question.
Yes, please.
So,
135 करोड़ देशवासी, 135 करोड़ किचन्स, 135 करोड़ रेसिपीज, 135 करोड़ तरीके खाने बनाने के.
okay. So, now my question still. Okay, deep frying is a lot of, I mean, it's a...
आपके घर में डीप फ्राइंग बहुत ज़्यादा होती है. अब आप बात करते हैं. हाँ.
मेरे घर में deep frying बहुत ज़्यादा होती है, मान लेते हैं. Okay, so extra virgin olive oil, as you said. Okay, so it's not fit for that kind of a thing. So what I wanted to say is you said हम लोग पहले oil गरम करते हैं. While I use extra virgin olive oil in my house, what I do is I do not even, like, you know, जैसे तड़का लगाने के लिए गरम, वो साथ में डालने वाला. In fact, I've tried frying also in that same way.
आपने अपना आंसर खुद दे दिया है.
No, I'm asking you again.
हाँ, मैंने अपना आंसर आपको दे दिया है. Olive oil cannot be used for deep frying. If you want to use olive oil for colder dishes, what is colder dishes? I don't understand. See, ma'am, understand. जब हम तड़का लगाते हैं ना, तो वो तड़का कड़क 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 कड़क, जब तक मस्टर्ड फटेगा नहीं, जीरा फटेगा नहीं, तो वो स्वाद आएगा नहीं. तो वो जीरे में वो स्मोकिंग पॉइंट पे पहुंच चुका है, राइट? तो उसमें ऑलिव ऑयल हो चाहे वो गया.
Indian dish can work with olives and olive oil.
Every Indian dish, if you decide not to cook it that way. If you, every Indian dish, I cook my parathas with olive oil, they taste brilliant. But उसको मैं एकदम जैसे मम्मी वो एकदम धुआं निकाल के पकाती है, वैसे नहीं करता. पराठा पका लो विदाउट ऑयल, हल्का सा ऑलिव ऑयल लगाओ, आउट. देखो फिर टेस्ट. हाँ, अगेन एक्वायर्ड टेस्ट. मेरे को थोड़ा सा वो ऑफ लगता है, तो मैं उसको हल्का सा तवा दिखा देता हूँ, बट डोंट लेट इट स्मोक. ब्रेड में डालो. हाँ, कच्चा. इटालियंस को आप देखोगे तो वो ऑलिव ऑयल ऐसे ब्रेड में डुबा के खाते हैं बाल्समिक के साथ. अगर बोलेंगे कि तंदूरी चिकन इटालियंस ने बनाया था तो उनको हमें बुरा लगेगा ना. तो उन्होंने जो बनाया था उनको दे देते हैं इफेक्ट.
Hello, chef.
Hello.
I'm not much into olives.
Okay.
I wanted to
Please
know,
get her, Namita, 3-4 bottles of olives.
I would love to.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask the basic difference of black and green, when to use which one when we are cooking. Because I have zero idea about
Okay.
olives.
Very good question. Very, very good question. Okay. So first of all, just like oils, right? There is table oils and there is cooking oils, right? Ideally, ghee is a table fat. Okay. We have used ghee for doing everything. Ghee को भी अगर आप पूछोगे, जो actual लोग हैं, वो बोलते हैं कि उसको धुआं नहीं आना चाहिए घी में, right? The same concept, right? So now, when we talk about olives, there are table olives, which is like these. These are queen olives. These are very, very huge and big. Now, why they become a little more expensive is because they're bigger in size. They're plucked with hand. Each is plucked with hand. Whilst these smaller olives are actually, you know, taken off from a machine. Like पेड़ को झाड़ते हैं और वो olive नीचे गिरते हैं. When you're taking olives for olive oil, that process is taken. But when you're taking table olives, then they are picked, hand picked. That's why they're called hand picked olives. Now, when you're talking about cooking olives, they are not the hand picked olives. They're the same olives which are used for using the olive oil, right? Now, one big myth that was broken when I first went to Italy was that green olives and black olives are two different trees. They're not. Out of the same tree, there are some olives green and some olives black in the same tree, right? It's almost like the chili phenomena. Chili पहले green होती है, बाद में red हो जाती है, right? Similar phenomena. So a more aged olive is black, a lesser aged olive is green. The green is more tart, more piquant, and the black is more heavy in the robustness of the flavor. So now, when you come to olives on the table, they always come to you in a form of a pickle in brine. Okay? So when you taste, when you close your eyes, put a black olive, there's a little hint that tells you it's black olive. The little hint tells you it's green olive. So unless you're a connoisseur, you will not be able to find out the difference with closed eyes. So you can use any. Do I answer your question? See, I have even tried to make stuffed olive fritters and they turn out brilliant. There are certain dishes that you eat for your, and there are certain dishes that you eat for your health, right? If health is your core, then you will not eat deep fried anyways, even if I offer you a samosa, right? You will not eat. But if you are that guy like me who loves taste, then you will try different things. So when you try that olive, it's lost its properties, the real ones, but it's tasty, right?
Last question for the day. We need to wrap this up.
Fridge. Once the bottle is opened, okay, the moisture is there, but there is also bacteria infiltration that comes in. Any can, to be honest, I think I see this mistake happening in a lot of homes. Just a word of caution, anything when you open out in a can, never keep it back in a can. Always pull it out in a bowl and then put it. If the olive bottle sometimes gets a little rusty outside, please remove that. It starts becoming poisonous. Okay, so you got to take care of these things. Last question. Process, yeah. Some olives don't retain great shape; they are sliced, right?
So thank you everyone for being here. But most importantly, Chef Ajay Chopra, we can't take our eyes off these dishes. Everyone is dying to just come and probably have them. And it all looks great. And thank you so much for your time and for answering all our questions. Guys, so we are wrapping this session up, and thanks for your presence today. Thank you, Chef, for your time, presence, efforts, involvement, everything.
I hope you enjoyed.
Yes, and there's going to be a chance for all of you to enjoy a little bit more and cook with Chef, because there is a contest that Momspresso is hosting. It's already live on both their pages, the Facebook page as well as their Instagram page. What you need to do is you're going to get inspired by him today. Do you want to tell them about the contest?
Okay. So the contest is, like she said, get a chance to cook with me in my studio. Okay, so that is the contest really, and for the contest you need to obviously make a great dish using olives. Okay, submit us the recipe with obviously, is that a video or a picture? Picture. Okay, and try and take a few angles so that I can also do justice to, okay, मतलब ऐसे नहीं कि शायद इसमें डाला होगा, you know. So take close shots, take side angle shots so that I can know exactly what your dish is. Describe your dish, okay, in that post. And the lucky winner will come to Kandivali in my studio, and we will cook a beautiful dish again together. So that is more personalized. You can ask me any more questions. There will be no last question wali kahani. Obviously there will be. But yeah, you can ask me any questions as you want to. And there will be a chance to win that opportunity to cook with me. That will be aired on my channel. Okay, so this is the whole, yeah.
So you get that, you get amazing, exciting prizes also. So go win this one, and all the details are on the Momspresso Facebook and Instagram page. Just cook a recipe, upload a picture, tag. The tags are already with you, Momspresso and Olives from Spain. Table. olive@yourtable.in. So these are the tags. Now 3 important things as you walk out. You can take pictures, of course, but once you go out, I need you to check your attendance, whether you all have ticked your names off the list. There are snacks served for you. Please enjoy yourself. It's Saturday night almost. And don't forget to take your hamper bag, because that has your olives and you can cook your recipes with it. Thank you, Chef, for
and
all
one
these
last
amazing
thing, one last thing. Somebody said कंट्रोल नहीं होता. कौन कह रहा था? इस पूरे सीजन में मैंने एक भी आम नहीं खाया.
But आम is good. आम is a good healthy fat. Chef.
Let's not get there.
No? Chef,
अब मैं एक ही की सुन सकता हूँ जो कि डॉक्टर है. Yeah, let's do one group fee.
Everyone, please be seated down.
Let's do this, no? Yeah, I'll take 20. Everybody here? Okay.
Welcome to the longest table in the world, a table that unites Europe and India through the flavor of the European olives. A table where tradition, origin and variety are shared, celebrated, savored and enjoyed. Because once you serve Ahi Blanca, Godal or Manzanilla olives, your table will be filled with flavor and guests. Serve Europe at your table with olives from Spain. Enjoy, it's from Europe. Welcome to the longest table in the world, a table that unites Europe and India through the flavor of the European knowledge. A table where tradition, origin and variety are shared, celebrated, savored and enjoyed. Because once you serve ahi blanca, godal or manzanilla olives, your table will be filled with flavor and guests. Serve Europe at your table with olives from Spain. Enjoy, it's from Europe. Welcome to the longest table in the world, a table that unites Europe and India through the flavor of the European knowledge. A table where tradition, origin and variety are shared, celebrated, savored and enjoyed. Because once you serve ahi blanca, godal or manzanilla olives, your table will be filled with flavor and guests. Serve Europe at your table with olives from Spain. Enjoy, it's from Europe.